How's it going, folks? No sun, not much solar, maybe a little bit of sun. A little bit of sun, a little bit of fun. Over here we got the Mayflower. Skelly Bean's taking it easy as per the norm. Man, I really got to put this one up on the roof eventually. That was what I was using to test and do tests with, but now I got another location. I'm rocking it upstairs. Get on the ladder and clean these things off every now and then. Yeah, I can wait for the sun, but I want my power. Buddha and the Queen are doing pretty good. It's actually 2 o'clock. It was funny, the snow froze the minute hand in place at about 6. Anyways, as you can see here, I'm at 14 volts, so I am good to start getting computers going, in my opinion. Let's see how our charge station is doing. Nope, she's dead. It's dead, Jim. Wonder why. Huh. I'll worry about that at a later date. For now, let's get the inverters going. Good morning, ladies. One. I choose one. I choose you. I friggin' love that they just kind of go to sleep and then you turn them on and they'll just keep running the hash. It's lovely. And today I'm concerned about the future for all of our frickin' children. I mean, house prices are frickin' crazy. They're frickin' crazy, go nuts. And, well, there's that thing that you have to put the mask on if your plane is crashing and taking care of yourself before you worry about everybody else. At the same time, I don't think I want to live a life if my plane is crashing down and I didn't save my children. I think the kids could get along without me. Man, frickin' divorce is rough, man. And like, the divorce in and of itself is one thing. It's just kind of the lies that I'm going through now. The lies that we're told in order to gain a position, in order to get more money or time with kids. I mean, if you listen to Nietzsche's or Carl Jung, Nietzsche's or Carl Jung, they will both tell you that we're living in a fictitious world if we think that women are just, automatically good and they're everything that we need to make our lives whole and all that stuff. Well, let's face it, we do, this is figurative, we do have a bit of a need to give and take to make our society go forward, and it's interesting how conflict seems to be a definite side of that. I'm constantly reminded of that vampiric rose in the animated part of Pink Floyd's The Wall that blooms and then viciously bites and let's move on. This is why you're not supposed to have junk lying around. I stepped on that and I went for a little bit of a ride. Yeah. I think I gotta have a conversation with my dad about hoarding stuff. One thing that's a bit of a tick off with solar is, different parts of the day you get sun in different locations. So in the afternoon, hey, these things are great. And I kind of leave them up there because it's nice to have a little bit of a privacy thing. I mean, they're lovely, but they're decked in a certain way when they hang out. They can see right through the window in my room. And I like to hang out naked. Oh, frick, just that one computer. It's been in for 10 minutes. I'm already at 13.2.3. These are my dad's trees. When I was little, they were just a little bit taller than me. Then they got like really frickin' big. It's interesting how the sun can grow things. When I was 8 years old, me and the neighbor kids played baseball there. There was no tree there. Or if there was, we just played right next to it and we had no problems. Oh man, every now and then we'd play with big super balls and we'd bash those things right over the neighbor's yard. We never figured out where they went. And over here is why you don't want to have one of those sheds that, oh, you know what kind those are. Unfortunately, you get a little too much snow on them and they cave right in. I hope old Joe's get that place sold eventually. Man, my mom collects bottles. The blue bottles are poison bottles. Is there any reason in Canada to switch to solar? I mean, do we have many coal plants? I know we got plenty of nuclear. How is it that the States have so many coal plants? They're our nuclear superpower. Now, the thing is with these nuclear rods, they're supposed to be easily maneuverable from one containment to another, from electricity to armaments really quickly. I have a hard time believing, with everything I've heard about all of the nukes the Americans have alone, that they wouldn't have enough fuel rods to power their own nation, but yet they have the ability to cleanse the planet 3 times over. I'm starting to wonder where my sources of information have come from. However, if what the devil has told me about how things work in governments, they probably do have the ability to do that, but We have individuals who are acting like they don't by keeping wealth to themselves. And man, we've already done that in the States, right? There was that situation in California. I remember in 2000, I had Amy or Amber, who a friend of mine who would have to log out because of the brownouts. And the brownouts were okay, maybe there were a few of them that were legit, but it sounds like the rest of them were just because corporations were moving power around from one place to another, sometimes openly communicating with other power companies, being like, hey, can you just do this? Can you just do this for us? And it all turned out that yeah, they were screwing everything up. Now, at what point are you screwing with your country so much that maybe you should be charged with treason? Because, I mean, there were old folks, there were young folks, there were all kinds of folks that weren't able to do their stuff because they didn't have their power, because there were individuals who were greedily hoarding it. And we take this for granted now. We know that this stuff happened. But what I think we can all agree, and like I know right now, I haven't heard the end of it, but I bet that the fines weren't very high. The fines probably wouldn't have covered the profits, and very few people actually seen prison time. And the people who did see prison time seen prison time in different facilities than someone would if they were busted on the streets. Like for a black man busted on the streets for something minor in 1995, or let's say in the UK for a white man trying to defend their country, and maybe pushing it a little bit, but in some cases definitely not. Like, yeah, these are difficult conversations, and we all just want to look down, face forward, and do what we're supposed to. But at the end of the day, like as an activist and someone who gets out there and does things, I really don't think there's enough of us who care enough about our country. We're more worried about our family. We're more worried about globalism. I understand you do have to be worried about your family, but at a certain point, when does your family have enough Xboxes? When does your family have enough summer homes? And at what point is it your responsibility to give some of these summer homes to people who don't have any? You don't get healthy on your own. The boomers that are growing and aging out were basically born into a place where people had come from a sort of apocalypse in World War II, and they wanted everyone to do well. They had good intentions. But these boomers are now in a situation where, okay, not all of them, of course, not all of them, but there are some that are just making life hard for everyone because they think that life is an apple or an experience only to be enjoyed by them. Not all of them. Not all of them. But it's definitely true that they don't know how hard things are and how hard life is getting for our children. Thoughts and chaos. Thanks for listening to me, guys. Have a good one.